Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to speak on tornadoes and how we can use tornadoes as a symbolic representation of our lives, and how tornadoes have patterns and have somewhat of a predictable pattern where we can manage safe zones and areas to stay clear of when a tornado is developing. Like through historical research, meteorologists, and data, we have a pretty good record of where tornadoes develop, how they move, how strong they are, and the areas that they're going to hit the hardest. And we can apply those statistics to our lives if we just pay attention. But see, tornadoes are more predictable than humans. But if humans paid attention, we can also predict patterns in our environment and in our lives that would help us stay clear of tornadoes. Because we all have tornadoes in our lives, psychologically and physically. And most of those tornadoes can be mitigated and managed in a way where it won't totally destroy us. But see, humans have a bad habit of having to experience the tornado before they learn from it. See, even the humans that live in Tornado Alley, they would rather stay there in Tornado Alley than to move. Same way with humans in life. You know, you pay the cost when you don't take heed and warnings from those indicators that show you the danger zones of life and the danger zones in Tornado Alley. You pay the price. You pay the cost. You know. And you got to decide for yourself, is it worth it or not to live in Tornado Alley? Geographically and psychologically, physically in your life. You got to decide whether it's worth it or not. Are you willing to put your life on the line to deal with a situation in your personal life? Are you willing to risk your psychological stability to deal with a personal situation in your life? A personal hurt or a personal tornado in your life? You know? And so through data and research, the meteorologists, they study tornadoes. And every tornado is different. They have different characteristics, different personalities, but they are very similar in the way they move. The force of the tornado may be different. The size of the tornado may be different. Time and the space, the time and the place it hit may be different. But for the most part, there's some level of predictability where you can prepare for a tornado. especially if you've gone through this in the past. There are warning signs in your personal life and geographically in Tornado Alley. There are warning signs. If you're paying attention. But your mind, you have to be focused and paying attention to the danger signs and the warning signs. You have to be listening closely. You have to be prepared to take action when it's necessary. So we all know that tornadoes have eyes. It's called the eye of the storm, where it's calm as it can be for a tornado. It's the calm area of the tornado where you know, it's the eye of the storm. You know, and that eye of the storm, it literally guides the tornado. As the tornado is moving along its path, the eye guides the tornado. Because the tornado do not see itself as being destructive or violent. That's how we classify it. The tornado is just doing what it do according to the atmospheric pressure, the winds, and other factors that creates a tornado. It's just a natural thing in nature. It hits certain areas every year. That's why you have tornado season and Tornado Alley, because it has a pattern. Tornadoes can be random, but they seldom are. Just like humans. Human behavior can be random, but it seldom is. For the most part, humans are pretty much predictable. In certain environments, they are somewhat predictable in certain environments. Just like tornadoes are somewhat predictable in certain environments. Now, every now and then you have a tornado that hit a city or do something, you know, what they call, let's call it a freak of nature, an anomaly. Those are unpredictable. You know. So you can call a tornado a functional psychopath. But then you have your sociopaths or your outlier that do destructive things without warning. You know? So, but like I said before, like, humans do have predictable behaviors that trigger them. You know? So just like a tornado has an eye, so do we. It's called your third eye. Your pineal gland. Where it helps you to focus and think. When you're calm, when you're meditating. So you're able to remain calm in the eye of a storm in your life. So guys, let's take a look at some of the characteristics of a tornado and how you can apply the symbolism to your life. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. So it says, comparing the eye of a tornado to the third eye. Calm, the eye of a tornado, calm amidst chaos. The eye of a tornado is a region of relative calm in the center of the storm. While the surrounding area is marked by violent winds and destruction, the eye remains tranquil. Central focus. The eye acts as the focal point of the tornado, where the pressure is lowest and the winds are lightest. It represents a central, stable point in the midst of turbulence. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what it represents. an area of calmness and peace, and it guides the tornado wherever it goes until it guides the tornado until the wind calms down. Temporary and fleeting. The eye of the tornado is not a permanent state. It moves with the storm and can change as the tornado evolves. Now let's make a comparison to the third eye. Inner peace amidst external chaos. The third eye, located between the eyebrows, symbolizes a state of inner calm and higher consciousness. Activating the third eye helps individuals remain centered and tranquil even when external circumstances are chaotic. See, that's the point I'm trying to make, guys. Those external chaotic circumstances, a lot of times they are predictable in our lives. And your objective in life, once your third eye is activated, is to avoid tornado alley. Avoid it. If you know what those trigger points are, those trigger words, if you know where they are, avoid them. If it's in politics, avoid it. If it's in religion, avoid it. If it's in relationships with certain people, avoid them. If it's certain environments, if it's certain recreational activities, avoid them. If it's going to create a tornado in your life, avoid them. That's the point I'm trying to make, guys. Like, you have more control than you think. But what we do is we think that we can anticipate the violence of the tornado. But you really can't, because you don't know if it's going to be an F1 or F5 in your life. It may start off as an F1, and you think that you can manage the chaos in your life. You think you can take a little drugs, take a little drink, be a little, recreational, a little loose in your lifestyle. Be a little promiscuous in your lifestyle. You can take a little sip here, and next thing you know, it turns into a F5. Now your life is out of control. You just walked right into Tornado Alley, and you thought that you was going to be able to manage an F1. But you quickly realized that you was out of your area of comfort. Let me continue, guys. Central focus for intuition and insight. The third eye is considered the seat of intuition and inner wisdom. It serves as a focal point for assessing deeper understanding and spiritual insight, offering clarity and perspective. And that's what it do, guys. Once you open your third eye, you can sit back. You can sit back and make rational, responsible decisions. Because you're not focusing on the storm, you're focusing on yourself. And when you can sit back and make clear, rational decisions, you can say, I don't want to go in that direction because there's a storm brewing over there. That's Tornado Alley. I'm not going over there. Especially during this time of year. When everything's cleared out, when everybody's calm, then I may go over there and have a conversation. Or do whatever you do. But during certain times of the year, you should know when there's going to be traffic. If you don't like traffic, don't leave during rush hour. If you don't like crowds, don't go to concerts or there's a lot of people. If you have a temper that you're working on, don't go into environments and engage with people who you feel may trigger you. Don't listen to music or watch videos that may trigger you. Okay, guys, let's continue. Path to permanent awareness. Unlike the temporary nature of the tornado's eye, the awakening of the third eye aims for lasting enlightenment and a continuous state of heightened awareness. See, guys, so once you open that third eye and you continue to meditate and you clear your chakras, you're going to gain heightened awareness. And you're not going to allow yourself to get involved in certain activities. You're not going to allow yourself to go to certain areas. You're not going to allow yourself to be around certain people. Because you know that certain people are negative. Certain people are F1s, but they can also be F5s. And you don't want to be around those. Like, I don't know anybody who would voluntarily want to be around an F1. Like, most people would rather be in a more predictable, calm environment. You know? So if your job is an F1 or F2, you shouldn't want to be there. But some people are F5 tornadoes. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, here's an F5 tornado. These are the people that you want to avoid at all costs. An F5 tornado is a tornado with maximum winds of 261 to 318 miles per hour. The destruction that they're capable of lift strong frame houses off their foundation and carry them considerable distance to disintegrate. Create automobile-sized missiles that can fly through the air over 100 meters. Debark trees, you know, debark means peel the skin off, of trees. That's how fierce the wind is. Severely damage steel, reinforced concrete structures. That's a category, that's an F5. The strongest tornado on the EF scale. The strongest tornado. The F scales were developed to categorize the violence of tornadoes. And you can apply those same categories to people in your environment, in your life. You may have an aunt that's an F1. You might have a brother that's an F2. You might have a cousin that's an F3. Your father may be an alcoholic. He may be an F5. You can categorize these people and limit your time around them, limit your exposure. If you go to a function with them, holiday or whatever, you have to limit your time around F5s. If at all, just not be, you don't want to be around them. So, oh, is F5 going to be at the dinner? Oh, I'm not coming. I'm not dealing with him. So yeah, guys, you know. So a fun fact, the guy's name is Ted Fuji TC or something like that. Ted Fuji. So that's where the F comes from in F 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. He created in 1971 to categorize tornadoes. And amazingly, he himself had never saw a tornado personally. He categorized the tornadoes based on the aftermath and the destruction that each tornado caused. Same thing you can do with people. You can categorize these people that you know that's in your environment, that's in your life, by the amount of destruction that they cause. That's how you can categorize them. And these people, I don't care how nice and sweet they are, they will, if you look back at in their past, they will leave a trail of destruction. Like some people, if you look back at their past, every person that they was involved in, their children, their ex-wife, ex-husband, their friends, like everybody is damaged by some of these people. And I have one in my family. She is an F5. It's a female, amazingly. You know something that's crazy? They used to name all hurricanes after females for the first like 30 years, and then they stopped that. But she's a female, and she's the F5. And her son, he's probably a F2 or 3. You know, what would I consider myself? I don't know. I'll probably consider myself an F1. You know, I'm trying to get my chakras clear. But anyway, guys, hold on. Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up, guys. So a comparative analysis, symbol of calmness. The tornado eye represents a physical space of calmness within natural disasters. The third eye represents an internal spiritual space of calmness and clarity within the mind. Focus and stability. A tornado eye provides a temporary reprieve from the chaos surrounding it, acting as a physical focal point within the storm. The third eye offers a stable source of inner wisdom and insight, serving as a mental focal point for intuition and spiritual growth. Nature and duration. Tornado eye is fleeting and moves with the storm, providing a temporary state of calm. Third eye aims for a sustained state of higher consciousness. Sustained means long term. Higher consciousness and a permanent spiritual enlightenment. Impact on the environment. Tornado eye. The calm within the eye contrasts sharply with the destructive forces of the surrounding storm. Third eye. The calm and insight gained from the third eye can positively influence an individual's perception and interaction with their environment. Access and activation. The tornado eye. One cannot choose to access the eye of a tornado. It is a natural phenomenon experienced by chance. The third eye. Awakening the third eye is a deliberate practice that can be cultivated through meditation, mindfulness, and spiritual exercise. See, guys, so that's the difference. See, a tornado is something that will happen by chance. It's a natural phenomenon. But we, on the other hand, can control if we want to put ourselves in the path of a tornado. Okay, guys? So until next time, guys, I know it's a long video. I had a lot to cover, but you get the analogy, guys. You see exactly what I'm saying as far as you being in control of your life and making decisions to whether you want to deal with a tornado or not. You want to put yourself in the path of a tornado or not. It's your decision. And once you elevate your consciousness and awaken your third eye, you will have a better clear, you have an aerial view of what you want to deal with in your life. Because guys, by the time you're 30, 35 or 40, you got 20 or 30 or 40 years to live. And you do not want to live. You cannot survive living your life in a tornado for 20 years. You will self-destruct. You will be destroyed if you're living your life in a tornado for 20 or 30 years. You cannot physically and mentally survive it. And after 30 years, you will be all broken up. You'll be 60 years old and broken to pieces. Your mind and your body will be destroyed. You will be the walking aftermath of a F5. Totally broken. And if you don't want your life to be like that, guys, the aftermath of an F2, 3, 4, 5 tornado, then avoid Tornado Alley. Avoid those people. Avoid those environments. Wherever they are, DC, Detroit, Atlanta, Miami, wherever those environments that cause you the most pain, don't go there. Go to a peaceful environment. Find one. Look it up. Google it. Google the nicest city, the cleanest city. I was in Utah. It was beautiful. I would choose Utah. But Google the nicest, cleanest, happiest city and make that your destination. Until next time, guys, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your home clean, keep your mind clean, keep your diet clean. Guys, download and deploy your anti-mind virus software. Guys, debug and unplug from the matrix. Guys, drink plenty of spring water, natural spring water from the mountains, to flush out the poisons, the toxins, and the chemicals that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You are being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned, guys. And you're going through the full spectrum dominance of the matrix, which is to poison your mind, poison your body, and to poison your soul. Until next time, guys, Contraband 777, I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.